Hello, Tangueros, what's going on? I was thinking about some things today, and I am in Chile now, right now, and it's really difficult to find gyms. I went I don't know, to 5 or 6 gyms to ask if I can go there, but one of them is only for minimum 3 months, so I can't take it. The other one was like 5 times the price that you used to pay and only twice a week. I don't know, so really, really weird. The third one only for ladies. The fourth one only with trainer. So I can't do my own stuff. And also really extremely expensive. And the fifth one also extremely expensive and only with trainer. And I think the sixth one was like possible only for 1 month, but is so far away that I would be like 1 hour just to go and come back, and at the moment I don't have the time. It's really, really difficult here. So it's a difficult month for doing sports, but I still do 300 burpees every morning when I wake up. So at 4 or at 5, it depends, in the morning. And I was thinking about it because of the topic no excuses. When you want to do something, you have no excuses. You try to find solutions. So I was thinking about it because of this space here. You see, this is not my bedroom. You know already how my bedroom looks like, more or less, from other videos. But I was thinking about this space, and I remember the time when I started dancing tango, at that time, like 18 years ago. And the reason why I started dancing tango was because of performing, because I was playing piano in an orchestra, and the idea was that two musicians let the instruments and stand up and go to the stage in front of the other musicians, in front of the orchestra, and dance a tango to make it more entertaining for the people, for the audience. And I said I want to dance because no one wanted to dance there. No other friends of me want to dance. So I said, okay, I want to dance tango because I was curious. Also, I wanted to learn it. And then I had to perform after 2 weeks. So I thought, well, if I take some lessons, then I'm going to be able to perform in 2 weeks. That's what I thought that time. So what I managed to learn in 2 weeks was like the basic step, forward ochos, backward ochos, and the sandwich. And I think that was it in 2 weeks. And I had to manage to create a choreography with these 4 elements, nothing else. And I had no idea about things like shifting the weight, like walking, how to embrace, or lead and follow. I never heard about it during the first years I danced tango. So it was everything like a kind of choreography, nothing else. And I had to perform. So I realized how difficult it was to dance like 3 minutes using only the basic step, forward ochos, backward ochos, and the sandwich, but I still did it. So how is it related to this small space? I told you before, I had the space when I started dancing tango. I didn't have the music or the shoes or someone to show me really how to do it. I had actually nothing. The only thing that I had was the space at the culture center of the city. They gave me places or rooms for dancing for free for a couple of hours, but it was also far, not so far, but I had to save that time because I was also studying piano. So I was dancing tango in my free time, and I wanted to save the time in order to do more because I didn't know how tango works at that time. So I was also, I think, 15-year old, and my dance partner was at the school. So I had to do the choreography thinking of my steps and thinking of her steps too. And I had no more space at home than this space here for creating the choreography. So it was everything like impossible, and here you have enough space for probably doing the basic step, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, at that time I used the 1, 2, so I did like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this was my repertoire, the basic step. And then the ochos and then the sandwich, but you know, I used the full space just for dancing the basic step. And then I did it from the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is the 5, left over right, 6, 7, 8. And thus I also learned how the dance structure of the woman works. So it was kind of a hard way of learning tango, but it was so useful because after that I understood many things that other beginners didn't know. Just because I had these difficulties at the beginning, and I had to create a choreography for the performance. And when my dance partner was ready, at the let's say at probably 4 or 5 p.m., then I showed her the steps or the kind of choreography that I created at that time, and I showed her her steps, and then I danced my step 2 in this kind of embrace. It was just a choreography, we had no idea, right? And the other thing that I had to do was to dance the choreography I did here then on the stage, and the stage was much bigger, so I had to adjust everything what I created in this small space then for a bigger space on the stage. But I just had to imagine how to do that, and probably 2 or 3 times a week when I was in this at this culture center, try it in a bigger space and see if the way of adjusting the direction of the steps really is working or not. Because normally when we performed with the orchestra, we didn't see the space before. I just arrived there and okay, this is the space and here you're going to dance, and that's it. And I didn't know the space. I didn't see or practice in this space before, so it was the same evening. So I had to adjust it. Of course, I didn't manage to adjust everything I did in this small space to a space that is 5 or 6 times bigger than this. I didn't use the full space, but at least I used more than this. And I had to realize how to do that, so that, for example, when you do a cuarta at the end, you do this kind of pose here, that is with my face, for example, to the audience, and how to manage all these angles so that I am facing the audience, or that I am doing a pose, for example, a sandwich here, and the woman is stepping in the direction of the audience, and all these kind of things. So I learned it the hard way because I had to adjust this choreography to a much bigger stage. So it was really, really hard to do that, but I had to work so much in my head. I had to think so much of the steps, how to do the steps, how the angles work. Which step can I use to change the direction so that, for example, I am able to dance this choreography in this space, but then I am also able to dance the same choreography in a bigger space on the stage. And all these things, all these difficulties, all these hard times of learning tango, they become your best skills after, when you learn how to manage these kind of things. So that's what I mean when I tell you that there are no excuses. So as I told you, I had to change the space because someone came in there, but the space is more or less like the same. This is a bit smaller, but it would be no problem anyway. But so so when you want to achieve something, you look for solutions. And nowadays people, they don't have really information problem, they have an application problem. Because at that time when I started, I had no YouTube tutorials or video lessons or whatever I could copy or have an idea. I just found some performances on YouTube, and I downloaded the videos and I played them with the VLC player, because this player allowed me to reduce the speed, and I was able to see in slow motion very fast movements. Nowadays, of course, I know how it works, I see that and I know what they're doing, but at that time it was everything new for me. So I had to reduce the speed in order to understand how it works, to position myself in the same direction of the dancer and trying to do, for example, this kind of back sacada or this kind of gancho or whatever I wanted to copy and include in my choreography. I had no idea how it works. So I just was trying to copy somehow to do this choreography, right? Not after 2 weeks, of course. It was later, probably after 1 or 2 years. I started with this method because I saw, okay, now I learned everything what I could learn in the city, in the south of Chile, where I started. Okay, what else can I do now? Okay, I just had the videos, but no video lessons. There were no lessons at that time. And nowadays you find like thousands of lessons, workshops, full lessons, everything what I have also in my YouTube channel, like over 200 video reviews, class reviews. Guys, there was nothing similar to this at that time. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And nowadays you have everything. So the only thing that you have to do is to focus. If you want to learn something, focus on this thing, because your attention is going to be everywhere, and at the end you're going to achieve nothing if you want to do everything what you find. You're going to find thousands of videos, but don't try to do everything. Try to focus on one thing. Also, following too many directions, let's say for example on styles like milonguero, salon, nuevo, or whatever you're dancing, following too many of them or trying too many of them, you're not really going to discover everything what you could discover in this time if you try to do all of them. So try to focus on only one. Also, if you're following a teacher or a couple, try to keep this teacher or this couple for a longer time, probably a couple of months, but not changing from this to the other all the time, because every teacher is going to tell you something different. So try to keep focus on one thing, on one teacher, on one style, on one method, and try this for a longer period of time, probably a couple of months, at least 6 months. And then if you want to change, then you change, but then you really understood what this method, teacher, couple, style, or whatever is wanting to tell you. Okay, so guys, you know already, you have no excuses. You have no dance partner. Well, you can still practice in this space. You can do your steps. You can do the other side step. You're a leader. Okay, practice the follower too. You're a follower. Practice the leader too, the leader's part. You only have to imagine it. It's the more you know and understand your dance and your dance structure, the better you're going to understand the tango, and the better you're going to find solutions when you want to learn something or improving something. What you can do also in order to see yourself dancing is exactly what I did many years ago when I had to do these choreographies. The first one especially in 2 weeks, performance in 2 weeks. Imagine that you have to learn a dance and to perform in 2 weeks. It's impossible, but I did it somehow, and I created this choreography with only 4 elements, repeating them all the time in different orders, but somehow I did it. You can put the camera somewhere. I did it with another camera. No, at that time there were no smartphones, so I had a camera and I placed it somewhere, and I recorded my steps and the steps of the woman, because this choreography, I also forgot the choreography. I knew the steps. I forgot sometimes the other parts of the followers part, but I forgot also the order of the steps, so I forgot the sequence. I didn't know anymore in which order I was dancing the patterns. So what I did is that I placed the camera, let's say for example here, and then I danced there the full sequence from my point of view and from the woman's point of view, also doing her steps. And even if you think you don't need that, if you do that, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot. So if you want to learn also from our class reviews, you're going to find a lot of valuable information there. Remember, there's not an information problem nowadays, it's an application problem. So you can go to UniversiTango.com. This is our opt-in page. This is an email list, actually. We're going to start doing the live streamings again, the free classes for everyone when I return to my apartment. And we send also all class reviews there. We have also the this is for free, of course. Then we have also the Telegram channel. It's also for free. You will find it in Telegram also as UniversiTango. Down in the description of the video, you're going to find everything anyway. Then we have our premium private community, which is Tango-Expert. You will find it at tangoexpert.com. You go there to tangoexpert.com and you're going to find everything what you're going to get if you want to be a member of Tango-Expert. And of course, if you're doing more, if you're already recording yourself, if you're putting this work, not many people is doing it, but if you're doing that, you can write us a message, write us an email. If you go to UniversiTango, you're going to get an email. You can just answer to this email, or you can write us through Telegram, or no, not Telegram, Instagram or Facebook, and we can help you with the video analysis too. We have done this for many couples already, and you learn a lot. The good thing about it is that you have then a full analysis. You see everything, what you're doing good, what you're doing wrong. We tell you how to improve, why to improve. We give you exercises from different points of view, how many repetitions, and so on. So we tell you everything what you can do to improve if we see you dancing and we have the chance to analyze your video. So this is also an option. And that's it. You know already, in such a small space, you can do great things. I did it.